Hey guys, Ballatw here, back with another VOD review. I'm doing a last minute one before I leave on vacation because Tfue, Fiber, and Khanada clutched up and qualified in the last possible weekend in a amazing way too. I don't even know if they played, I don't know how this team all of a sudden came together, but it's kind of nuts. And they came in first and they had amazing pop-up games. So we're going to watch 3 of them. I hope we can get through 3 of them. If not, whatever. But yeah, I think this is probably going to be the first time a lot of people have heard of both Fiber and Khanada. Fiber's actually already signed to Liquid, and Khanada clearly is aspiring to be signed by Liquid, but very, very good player. I first heard of him back in World Cup qualifiers when I was doing a VOD review, and we saw just him win a game, I guess. And yeah, I was like, wow, it was a really good, he showed exactly what I was trying to show off. And then he played very, very well, both him and Fiber, throughout the early cash cups, the early trios cash cups, and some of the duos tournaments too. So let's just go for it. Look at their early game splits. They're still doing Meteor, which is what Tfue like to do. So they moved into what Tfue dropped with, and I think that's good, especially with the buffs to Depot a little bit. With this new, the Rocket edition. Where are the rest of them at? They're at factories. Yeah. I mean, everybody who's been watching Tfue and 72 Hours in Cloak and all them for forever have been thinking this is a good spot. We know because of how centered it is, how many different loot options they have. They can push Salty, they can push Depot, they can push retail, they can rotate wherever. They're in the center zone, so they have plenty of time. They have so much to work with, plus the Meteor obviously being very useful as well. When we talk about early game fights, we always want to emphasize the pre-game and pre-fight positioning, right? Look how this trio that they're pushing is all in a line, and sure, this line is good if they're only pushing in this direction. If you're putting up a line in this direction, it's good, but because Fiber's all the way at Depot, this line sucks. Because in order to shoot Fiber, actually, the only person who can shoot Fiber is this one guy here. The only person. Sure, they have good visibility on shooting Tfue, not necessarily at Khanada. This guy can't really hit Khanada. But these guys, this team, can hit literally every single one of them. Or at least they can pressure every single one of them. This guy has trouble shooting these 2 in the back because this guy's in front of him. But still. So pre-fight positioning here, very, 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 very good. And they basically all chime in here to get these kills because of how it is. And it's kind of setting up Fiber for the big flank. See how they collapsed? Because Tfue and Khanada were pushing them properly with the line that they set up. They collapse into one, and then Fiber's coming on the big flank. Honestly, probably going to clean up really, really, really easily. Yeah, I mean, just, they have no idea. No idea it's happening. Interesting. I'm surprised he takes those shots with the white AK. On through a wall. They must have gotten tags like crazy beforehand. Right. That's my guess. Oh my god. Beamed him out the sky. And it's gonna be Fiber with the last. Boom. Okay, I like that. When they took the wall, one person goes straight into the right. And what that has this guy do is kind of swing back to the left because he's trying to get a shot on him. I don't know if the camera angles, maybe ask Destiny Jesus to do an analysis on what the best way to swing your character in when your teammate's behind you, right? What's going to expose him the most? I think what they just did right here, where Fiber comes in afterwards, after Khanada dives in on the left, is very good because there's no chance that this guy survives. Obviously, this guy was going to die anyways, but they just gave themselves a really good opportunity not to trade at all. Yeah, I did see Kunis tweet about Mitro's comms. Hilarious. Hilarious. Okay. I think that the rotations into retail are done. I think we're done with those. And it's coming at a weird time. And I'm going to talk about this for a sec because it's coming at a weird time right when finals happens. People are starting to give up on these rotations into retail as soon as finals happens, which is just going to buff it more, right? The reason people are giving up on it is because everybody's doing it. So really the only people who survive and do well out of retail are people who land there. And even then they're struggling because they get contested a lot. And then all the different people are rotating in. So I don't know. It's going to be really weird at FNCS finals. We'll see how people are feeling at that time. And I'm not sure if these guys are staying in NA East for the finals. I hope they do because that's pretty lit. If we can have Jalen, Zora, and Parpy just being there, that'd be sick, honestly. But yeah, I don't know how many times they might push in. I don't know if we'll see any of those games where they push in. I'm talking about now Khanada, Fire, and Tfue. I think it's going to be more situational than anything else. Okay, I love the rotates here. Back, out. All right, this is a great example of fight position or fight selection. Right, these guys pushed way up high on high ground before they even had an opportunity to really set themselves up on depot. So they looted what they could and just backed out and gave it to them. Sure, they spend a lot of mats getting back out, but it's better than having to take a risky fight where they don't really have sustain, right? They don't have a crazy amount of heals. They don't have a crazy amount of mobility. So even if they did win this fight, it'd be tough. And then obviously you have to put shots back. And I think the timing is good here. I think the timing is very good. Sure, there's these two teams on the outskirts, but in general, when the zone is going to start pushing people out of retail is when people start leaving. And yeah, you can get caught in weird fights, but I think just coming in, trying to sneak a few crystals, and I think they snuck a few more than a few. Right? With the heavy sniper and the silence there. We've already seen two. Yeah. They're here for a little bit. But like in the past, this would have been a push that, you know, they would have done immediately. As soon as you get off of Meteor, boom, go into retail. And now I think it's definitely trending further on. And I think this makes sense. I think this is a good adjustment to the troubles I was talking about with people rotating into retail. I think it's a perfect solution. It's just spread it out a little bit. Don't go right away when everybody else is interested in going. Try to go late. Makes sense. All right. Who are you watching? Fiber. Our boy Fiber. Yo, supply drops are way underrated. What, Fiber? Hello? How? That's nuts. And I love how they go establish position and then go grab supply drop. Not only does the position allow them to support if somebody else decides to try to push for the supply drop. Yeah. Way undervalued. I swear, the people who win consistently are always just grabbing supply drops as much as they can. Back in the baller days, back in the plane days. Remember when you had planes and the planes would just fly around breaking supply drops down? Kinda crazy that he just got that with full bloom. Did he get that, or was that was the first? That was what he. No, he just got his kill. There's no way. I'm not backing up. We don't have time to back up. Okay, two reasons they got the best position in zone. Number one, they were pressuring the biggest threat beforehand. And then number two, they pressured the zone as they pushed over it, and they literally just were able to just build over into half and half out. And because they pressured the threat before, they had spent too much of their resources to really make any sort of concerted push or concerted effort to try to get a good position. Like literally the best position. I mean, there's not much to say about Heavy Snipe RPG. We talked a lot about it with Parpy, Jalen and Zora. Like literally. What am I doing? I'm gonna turn off the nameplates. They're showing up way too much. Because the game is stacked. This is the most controlled I've seen Tfue play in a while. Like in previous sessions, in previous tournaments, you'd see Tfue shoot that rocket at that guy and be like, "No, we can get these guys," but not this time. This is literally just winning because of good position in half and half out. What the heck? Uh-oh. Nice. Land on the brick. Yep, Tfue landed on the brick, and he's dead. But it was a great attempt, man. It was a great attempt. They easily connect and retain height without spending much at all. Now they have to spend no, they still don't have to spend a lot. Just the way he just built in there. Easy. A little bit of miscommunication though, because Khanada didn't have to really be spending that much on his tarp over here. Good split. Great split. This is literally just solid play. I think I might have to start reviewing some of the not as great games. Cause like we've learned this. We've learned how to play this. Sure, it's great play, but does he have a no? Okay, I thought he had a shield. I was like, let's go. I love the shield plays. The shield bubbles. Damn, Khanada crazy. Almost got knocked out. Early on, so it's not like we need to go get crazy kills right now. It's just like, let's just win the game. Honestly though, when you think about it too, the way that this zone is, it's kind of really risky to go for anything crazy, because if you end up, especially with the mat situation that they're in, if you end up in a way that, you know, you're dropping down, you're trying to chase kills, and all of a sudden you spent so many mats that you can't actually get up the hill when you need to. Ooh. Also, you end up spending less of your shockwaves and being in a man down situation. This guy's dead. Should have edited down. Real quick, I like when people get knocks and then they just stay in zone to tank a little bit, because you're gonna get the siphon anyways. In this case, not necessarily, because you know he's more HP, but who gets the kill? I can't even tell. I think it's Fiber. Okay, yeah. I mean, what else is there to say about that game? I don't know. Like, great job by these guys. Fiber has 9 kills because of the crazy positions that they had. And the early game, the big flank. Yeah, the big flank was the best part about this game, to be honest. That first fight was the best part about this game. But Fiber popped it off. Yep, 100%. Okay, so not much early game action in this game. Some mid game action with Fire. Yeah, some mid game action, and then just basically probably the same thing. We're gonna zoom through this. If it's the same as last time, we're just gonna skip-a-roo. I wanna watch something a little different. Okay, cool. 50-50 on Volcano. They win because they double up. They win because they double up. Where am I? And then he tries to get tags going through. What's going on retail? They saw a lot of teams in retail. Okay. Okay, that's a good question. You get so much information about retail when you go Meteor. You can see how many teams there are. It's possible that they make a decision on how to rotate based on what they see early game. Right? They maybe went back this way because of early game. Because they were like, well, maybe only one team went there, so they're going to be stacked and they're going to be chilling and they're not going to be in any sort of shambles. They're going to have retail control completely, so there's no point in pushing it right now because we're just going to get either stomped or pushed out. But in this case, based on how many people, I think that might be a little bit more valuable to push as they normally did back when they were playing with 72 hours in Cloak, or when Tfue was playing with 72 hours in Cloak. Because now these guys are not all going to be stacked. They're also going to have fought bunch. If we have decent loot, we could probably win a fight or two. But we'll see what their priorities are, because it might be depot first. Might be depot first. Okay, I like it. Not even a thought. Crazy amounts of teams, maybe too risky. Too risky at all. Right? You never know what is happening in there. Whether one team just slays out, whether there's still a bunch of teams there when the time comes. What you do know is whatever team is there is stacked in terms of loot. That's basically all you can 100% guarantee yourself. And then, good study in the fact that this stuff is probably not looted that well. Pressure plant gets hard to push out of fast unless you're really, really uncontested. Shoot, probably some of Lagoon is unlooted as well. There's not many really, really crazy splits that take over Tomato Temple, because pressure plant is so heavily contested. I could see a Lagoon split, but even Lagoon has so many issues with 50-50 that getting contested there is very important that you stay over there. And the other thing too is the bus. This is part of a split for either pressure plant or Lagoon, right? Or some weird jungle split. In my mind. So when the bus comes from this way, if it is part of your split for Lagoon, it's going to be really, really hard to actually go here. Because if you do get contested at all, you're setting yourself way, 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 way back. Right? When the bus comes from this direction, you're probably doing a split with anything like out here. Maybe stealing some Loot Lake before going into jungle and going to Lagoon. I don't know. Interesting thoughts. Bus paths kind of change how splits go. Unless you're kind of at the end of the bus or east or like to each side. Come on, Tfue. No way. What? 2 drops? Lumen. Lumen, wait. Lumen. I know Tfue's the, like, I know, but you gotta let them. What is this? What? I know they have to qualify, but this is a little too easy, Lumen. What the heck? Jeez. All right, real quick. A note about rotating with people near you, and a note about taking shots at people. Let's look at the map. Is how these guys were rotating. They were in front of them. Okay, they took shots at them, getting tags, whatever. It's good, but notice like they don't just follow up. And this is a mistake that people do all the time. Trios, all around, duos, even solos. They shoot at people, and then they're like, well, I don't want to fight you, but they still follow them. They still follow them. And yes, I get that. You have to do that in some cases when the storm is coming. But even then, sometimes it's like, you still have to take storm. Like, if you don't want to fight, you cannot follow somebody. So when they shot, they didn't want to fight. They literally backed up and went another way, another direction. Okay, so think about that. Think about that. Think about how to path yourself so that so that you don't end up fighting. There's way too many people who are like, when I rotate, people always shoot me and push me. It's like, well, you pushed into them. If you're going straight at them, the other team is gonna have to do something to stop you. Whereas if you continue moving in another direction, you're gonna be fine. The other note that I have here is again a rotation thing. Is they wanted to go this way. They clearly were going to continue pushing that way. But then there was that team, so they diverted this way, and then this team came up to this, so they just stopped. They were like, okay, well, we're not going to have a clean path regardless. Let's wait. Let's give it some time, and then maybe we can start moving again. And then the other thing too is they actually backtracked to kind of their old builds when they took those first shots, because this is a more direct path towards center zone. If not a better path completely, because they don't actually have to rotate it in from the block. There's people that look how much congestion's at the block. Anywhere where there's buildings, anywhere where there's places where people can refarm, there's gonna be congestions, and you want to try to stay as far away as possible, or at least breaking the line of sight from them. All right, grenade play. Yeah, thanks for the knock. Boom. Who's throwing the stinks? Khanada. Slow it down. Is he really by himself like that? Did they just dip? What happened here? Kind of crazy. They just left when the grenades came in. I want to look at that from drone perspective. Oh, they were leaving literally as the grenades fly? Oh no, this is him right here. Damn, that's crazy. They just ditched? That's crazy. But at the same time, kind of smart. I'm interested in tracking this team now. Because, like, they know this team is going to push. I think that's correct. Kind of correct. In another instance, is like, well, why not? Why not? Why are you not just holding yourself? Because you could still get this guy back up. You could still stay at 3 up. You must really be shambles. And they waffled, so maybe not. Ooh! Kinda nuts. I don't know what to say. I really like the support Tfue gave onto Fiber, who was pushed up right next to him. I like that Khanada is keeping track of everybody, taking shots at everybody, and he even supported Fiber and Tfue when he ran through and took the pump shots at those guys and switched targets for a second. But he kept up the pressure on the one guy. And I think it's always important that two of you guys are doing one thing. You know, if you focus all three on one target, you're going to end up in a situation where the other two or the other one is going to cause havoc for you. So you always have to have one person preoccupied on doing at least something else. And I think that's what Khanada's role was in this case. Good fight. Good fight, good trio wipe. This is what I mean by breaking line of sight, and also showing the example of the fact that being so congested and having to rotate into the block makes it hard because they just got beamed a lot. But then they finally got here and were able to break line of sight. Now it's going to be awkward. What's the best rotation path here? I think it has to be like this, right? Breaking line of sight the entire way with the block itself. The actual... Or, no, launching, obviously not. That'd be way too rough. Okay, I like that again. We always want to think about, it's going to be hard to show because of all the names here, but we always want to think about that congestion on spots that you can recycle material. So we already said how the block was that spot in the earlier zone. Now, literally the only spot is right here. I mean, sorry, this corner right here is the only spot that you can really farm anything out. There used to be the broken house up here. That's gone. This, if it was still in zone, there would probably be a couple teams trying to base up there. But look, literally every single team is trying to get on that one spot where they, not only was it the spot that people could recycle, there's probably not many builds here that you can recycle anymore, but it's a you know, kerfuffle of old builds and people basing up. So it's easy to land on. It's easy to build over and create something yourself. So just because of the fact that this was the recyclable spot early on, now you're seeing that still everybody's over here. That's because of that one fact. So what I was going to say was they got around here and they knew that everybody would be on this side of the zone. That's when they decided they want to shockwave in. Even though they could have continued to try to break line of sight, but there's so many people on high ground. There's so many people with weird, like, convoluted bases up there that you never know when people are going to get angles. And obviously also the people who rotated in the same way as they did, there's almost always going to be at least one team who's thinking the same way as you are too. Huh. Dude, who called that? Tfue. Of course Tfue. So sick. I love it. This is why you replace every single wall that's not solid. If there's a hole, if there's a window, if there's a door, you gotta replace that. You have to, because you can't just put stairs even in front. It doesn't work like that, because stairs are the harder thing to realize that they're getting shot. And yeah, if you leave one gap, boom. Plus you can't replace this and give yourself double if you're on top of your stairs, for example. And that, nah. So I love Tfue for spotting that opportunity to get a few tags. Nothing crazy. You're almost never going to get anything crazy out of that, but still worth to go for. Wait, did Khanada get a kill? What the hell? No way. I think he did. That was actually a lot of tags. Oh, and he shoots back. Yo, you crazy. Now, when did he get that? Who the hell is Coleheart? I'm wasting time, but I'm so confused now. Coleheart, you're alive right now. Here you are. Okay. Oh, hold up. Storm Surge. Yo, that's hilarious. That's crazy. I never actually thought about grabbing tags on people while Storm Surge is going off. In order to you're just gonna get the kill. You're literally gonna get credit if somebody dies to Storm Surge. It's nuts. Nuts, 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 nuts. That's a hella critical time. If Storm Surge is activated and you're not dying to it, I mean actually no. Like if Storm Surge is activated, everybody should be taking shots. When you think about it. When you think about it in that sense, not like that this is 100% the you must take shots when Storm Surge is activated because you're gonna get some kills. No, like I'm just thinking, spitballing possibilities. I thought he was gonna jump up and pump him. That'd been funny. Where's Tfue landed? Come on, baby, get to them. Ah, that shockwave is really bad. That's really bad. Nice. Nice, nice. A little bit more calm, collected. Slow. Because they didn't get the greatest position when they were rotating in. And I just try to shoot through his bubble. Feels bad. That's the negative, right? About using the bubble to get yourself some safety for a little while. You can't actually go for opportunities that you could see through the bubble. It's crazy. That's crazy though. That's a little crazy. I like seeing the transparencies for people through walls when you can see them all setting up for rotates. Way better than the nameplates. I'm gonna start doing this. The nameplates gives us some context, but oh, come on, Fiber. Oh, I like it. I like it. So I like it because obviously Diggy went in his own box, whatever. What I'm saying is how he made the edit and he walked closer to him because Diggy still had no idea. All right, let's run it back real quick. Real quick. He pushes a little bit more in, slightly right behind him. Right here, misses the shot, goes up, grabs. Has this wall. So watch. He could take the shot right now, but his crosshair's not placed at all. Gets closer. He pushes in while the guy's backing up. Nice. Pobre Diggy. Wait, Khanada's on low ground? Hold up. What the heck? Hey. That's hella high. What the heck? I like it. I like that he doesn't panic and go as soon as possible to get to his team. He gets on low ground. I actually want to see his entire path here. Why he was down there in the first place from the launch pad. Is this from the launch pad or what the heck? Oh, here it is. Together, 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 forever. Launch pad. Oh, he was getting beamed. He was getting shot, so he had to go swing super hard, right? And then Fiber boxed him out. Ooh, that was close. That was close. He could have taken that chance to land on that guy's box, but he deliberately moved off. Interesting. And deliberately moved in zone 2. Oh yeah, but so my point is he could have immediately taken this big pot and just shockwaved up to his team. But 2 reasons why that's not useful. Okay. He doesn't need to be with his team right now. He's losing the opportunities that he did get from getting ahead of zone. And then the third is his team isn't really under any pressure. There's no reason for him to get back. There's actually 3 reasons. And then the zone hasn't revealed himself, so he's not going to get any good distance with the shockwaves. He's going to get really bad value out of the shockwave if he wanted to get back to his team. Really, really bad value. So what ends up happening, all this time to use the heal, which is the value of staying ahead of zone. And then he gets this kill too from it too. And then when he shockwaves, he's now in zone. He's now in zone. Yo, no. Yo, it's pretty funny actually. If you land on somebody and it's pretty high, if you have multiple people, you can actually build off of each other. Right? So if like for example, what just happened? There was 2 guys up on high ground. Khanada ended up being a little bit higher because he jumped off. This guy built down below. He probably took way more fall damage than Khanada did because Khanada connected to that guy's builds. It's kind of nice. The more people that are near you, the less fall damage you can possibly take. Where's Tfue? That was awkward. My man's phased through. Jesus. How did he find that? I was looking and I still didn't even see it. Crazy. That was close. Yo, these guys pop off. Khanada and Fiber. These guys are very good. If you didn't know, now you know. Another thing that won the game was the fact that Khanada was split on low ground by himself. When he went back up, he found the opportunity to reset this. That's what happened. He found the opportunity to reset height, and then they all started going for it at the same time when him and Fiber landed on height afterwards. It's funny too because he knocked down so many different teams. There's one team left. They were building on wood and they still went for it and got it because of it. Not scared of the immense height that was up there. They wouldn't have found that opportunity if they were all together. Yo, are you L2ing a roof, bro? PC player L2ing a roof. Let's go. Cool. I don't have anything to say about that. It was just clean. They cleaned up top to bottom all the way through, and then they would go 3 ways. We've seen it so many times. I like it. Oh my God, Fiber. What is this stat line? What is this? Bro. By the way, this last game, they got 18 kills. They got 30 points, 18 kills in the win, 30 points total. They start at 91. They end up in first. But if they didn't have this game, if they didn't have, even probably I think it was, if they only had 20 points, they would not have qualified. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that nutso? Win is 15 points. Yeah, sorry. 15, not 12. Yeah, even more. I hate that 50-50. I hate it so much. It's so stupid. This happens like literally all the time. It's like, oh, there's one chest over here and there's floor loot up here. Let's go ahead and 50-50. I hate it so much. And they always bloom fight. Necessary dumbness. Necessary. Alright, meantime. Wow, Arab dropped up here? Wait, what? Hold up. Where is your team? Oh, he's up here too. So this crazy. You just win like that? Where's why did I zoom in here? It says Arab. Am I? Oh, there's 3 people. I can only click one of them. I can't find him though in the meteor. All I see is Tfue and Funk. And no third player here. That's weird. Alright, anyways. Back to Fiber. Yo, Arab is clout farming right now. He's attached to Tfue. He's attached to Tfue. Arab is clout farming. Look at this. He's literally dragging on his feet. What is going on? I get it. I get it, Arab. Farm the impressions. They sometimes are low, month to month, you know. Farm them. I didn't even see the fact that I don't know who this is. I don't know who is attached to Khanada, but wait, how did Tfue just die? Yo, Arab's ghost is coming back to haunt him. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, anyways. So this is the same fight? Wait, Arab just now got connected to... This is so confusing. This guy's spectator mode. I mean replay mode. So this is the same fight that happened that first game we watched. But in this case, Tfue pushed up way earlier. Tokyo, Kai, it's exactly the same team. And they have almost the same split, but Tfue got a little bit ahead. And now causes them to... You know, they still have a good pinch, 2v3, but it's 2v3. And they know that Khanada's over here. Fiber doesn't have that big flank that he had in the first game. Oh my god. No way. Khanada, you're nuts. If he doesn't get that, if he doesn't get one of those kills at least, they're all in trouble. I love, okay, going up one layer. As soon as this fight starts, I mix my 2 words together and made a fart. As soon as the fight starts, he goes up a layer. He knows he's gonna box up, but he still goes up a layer. Why? To make it harder for anybody else to join, to give himself a better angle, to give his teammate a better view as well. Okay, now the edit down. Shot, trap. The stairs rotate. Are you kidding me, Khanada? Stairs rotate to keep him under and on the wall like 100%. Trap goes out. Wall gets replaced. He still holds it. In the meantime, by the teammate replaced the wall, he still holds it because he's that fast. Then he gets the edit. The guy is spamming, so he's 100% comfortable not replacing this wall again because he can just get a free shot, free shotgun shot on him, and he knows that his wall's not going to get taken, and just destroys. Meanwhile, Fiber's also on the top of that wall, and he's coming in no matter what. So that guy was dead. What is this fight? Destruction. Utter destruction. Wait, no way he closed the roof. No way he closed the roof. No, 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 no. You're telling me he edited the guy down, shot him, rotated the stairs, and closed the roof. We gotta watch it one more time. Come on, baby. All right, he goes out to the side. Here comes the edit through. The edit down. By the way, there was a stair above here that got broken for whatever reason, which made it so that there was no roof and makes it easier. So that, sometimes like that's why you don't place roofs, is so that you can get these edit downs a little cleaner, and shots, edit shots too. So, boom, trap, close the roof and place the cone piece. Yo, nuts. Khanada's cracked. I think we all agree now at this point. Macaroni Eater 69 and Macaroni Eater 71 being held out of the zone in a bot lobby because we W keyed the entire time with the minigun. Honestly, there's no chance. You can't eat macaroni and play Fortnite. You've got to be fully committed to trying to win the bot lobbies. That's a skill. That's tough, man. These heavy snipe shots on people moving in endgame, that's not easy. That's not easy. Only Booga, Tfue, Kaizui, and now Khanada. These guys are nuts with it. Also, how clean are some of these shockwaves? How perfectly they are putting them. Like, he literally landed on one square where his teammates were with the shockwave. I gotta go, guys. We're gonna speed through this. Probably cut this out, cause it's useless. When I'm actually thinking about it, it's kind of useless. I'm not learning a thing. All right, guys, I have to go catch a flight, so that's it for this VOD review. That was Tfue, Khanada, and Fiber qualifying with a couple of pop-off games in last weekend's FCS and the last qualifying weekend. So literally clutch, last second. So hope you enjoyed that. If you did like that, subscribe to all the things on my social media. I'll be back next Wednesday with more content, and then going off to TwitchCon, so a little bit more of a break, slight break, but I'll be at TwitchCon. So, and then I'll be back on Monday. So, bye guys. I'm gonna go enjoy myself in Europe. Peace.